you.
Hey everyone, IDTV is back for 2017. We're your hosts, Thelma Annan
and Brad Winch.
Welcome to episode 1, where it all begins.
I feel a little nervous.
Nervous? What for?
The greatness we're about to unleash. It's coming, and it can't be stopped.
Sounds like some amazing packages are in store for them. Mind blown? Confirmed. The first episode of IDTV includes 5 diverse shows brought to you by CCSF's very own SF Protest by Jose Oseguera, Arcade by Michael Vergara, Kaya Vente Cuatro by Mary Mendoza, and Diner SF by Craig Lee.
And lastly, Wiley's Coyotes will close out the show with an awesome performance produced by Tim Arnett.
This has to stop. This has to stop. This has to stop.
Who is that? Did you invite them here?
Not a chance. Sir, what are you doing?
I'm here to stand up for what is right.
Could you shed some light on what that might be?
Isn't it obvious?
Not really. Why don't you sit down?
No, I'm standing until justice is served.
And what quality of justice are you looking for?
HDJ.
I'm sorry, what?
High definition justice.
Right. Well, I think we might have some of that high definition justice you're looking for.
Let's go to the field with Jose Oseguera for the Bay Area protests.
The Bay Area is known for its music, sports franchises, progressive ideals, technical innovations, and civil disobedience. From the beginning of the United States history, protests have been at the center of social progress and the upheaval of the status quo. The original American protest, the Boston Tea Party. This act of dissent was the spark that ignited the American Revolution. Challenging current conditions in forms of strikes, walkouts, and protests have always been a staple in American history. But the biggest strides in social movements occurred in the 20th century. The civil rights movement had its roots deeply embedded in American history, dating back to the 1800s and the abolishment of slavery. But by the end of World War II, it started gaining national and international attention. In the mid-1950s and early 1960s, the movement was outgrowing its roots in the South and began to spread into popular culture and eventually reaching the Bay Area. Whenever word spread of a particular demonstration or violent incident involving social injustices, people of all races and backgrounds in the area put boots to the ground. San Francisco and its surrounding neighbors marched in solidarity with the movement. Meanwhile, in Oakland, police brutality was met with resistances from its residents, namely Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton, who in 1966 formed the Black Panther Party for self-defense. The 1970s saw the rise of gay activist groups in New York and San Francisco, which held marches dubbed Gay-ins. These events evolved into what is known now as San Francisco Pride. Over the years, the city has been heavily involved in LGBT activism. The Bay Area has always been at the center of the most hot-button issues. Today, even though many natives have moved away due to tech gentrification, the Bay Area has maintained its rebellious spirit. Police killings renewed nationwide outrage and ignited the Black Lives Matter movement and also inspired a group of San Francisco residents, the Frisco Five. On the footsteps of the Mission Neighborhood Police Department, a hunger strike was held amongst the 5 protesters vowing not to break the fast until San Francisco Chief of Police was fired or resigned.
You got presidential candidates on both sides of the aisle who are not talking about this. And you have to ask yourself why. Because if they start to talk about it, then they have to be accountable for all the systems that they have been a part of that have led to the conditions that result in all these folks being shot. There's been 1,000 people being shot every year by police.
The Trump years have begun, and the Bay Area is up for the challenge once again, as expected.
Great place for counterculture to grow, and a very central hub in California, with the capital so close, and just being such a large city and such a small place to bring together so many ideas and so much passion, and just the development of ideas that has happened here is absolutely immense.
So for me, it's really important to really not stay on the sidelines anymore. I think it's every person's duty now to speak up.
New ideas are being brought to the forefront.
The fact that you can actually make your point, be heard, and not reduce yourself to violent tactics speaks volumes. Let this usher in the new wave of nonviolent protests.
The Indivisible Guide has turned average citizens into leaders.
Knew about politics, but was never really political. But when all of this started to happen, I was like everyone else, not only were shocked, but didn't know where to start. So I had an idea with a friend of mine to start a website that it's Resist SF, it's Facebook, where we kind of, it was like a clearinghouse or a portal. We looked at all of the information out there and like events and daily actions, and we distilled it down so it's really simple for people.
There's a new movement cooking in America's melting pot. Right now, it has reached a simmer. Soon, it will come to a boil, and if ignored, it will cook over.
Let's wind the clocks back to the late 1980s, where cell phones, hair, and more importantly, video arcades were bigger.
Now, imagine yourself as one of the developers for these games, and your only means of advertisement were through distribution of flyers. Psst, hey. Me?
I heard it through the grapevine that you're looking for the hottest games being released.
Yeah, I gotta know before everyone else.
You're not a cop, right?
Of course not. I'm a big fan.
Here. This one hasn't even been released yet. Treat it like no other. Show it to no one. Treat it like one of your own.
I'll guard it like it was my own child.
You got kids?
I do now, and his name is Pac-Man. With that, we're going to throw it over to Michael and Jose to introduce the wonders of arcade.
Thank you for that lovely intro. Yes, this is Arcade, and I'm Michael Vergara.
I'm Jose Oseguera.
Indeed you are, and we're here to talk, critique, gib, and gab about vintage arcade flyers of the 1980s and 1990s. Because why not?
Why not?
Jose, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine as well. We recently aired your protest video. It was a great video. Great video.
Thank you.
We're not here to talk about that. What better way to start it off than the classic known as Missile Command?
Missile Command.
Missile Command, a game where you fight missiles with other missiles at your command, so they say. Look at that man's hat. Look at him commanding those missiles.
You too can be a guy in an orange suit.
Oh, the most orange of suit. Look at those. Indeed, there are missiles inside that poster, and he's just protecting us from nuclear holocaust all the way down to, you know, our freedom. Dude looks like he's ready for a Segway tour. And speaking of Segways, we got Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
Jedi. Who doesn't love Jedi?
Who doesn't love Star Wars, man?
Yeah.
Look at that Vader, look at the colors, look at that Luke, look at the cabinet. Just,
I would totally buy this game if it was out today.
man, like you would buy an arcade cabinet, aren't they like $1,400?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Price
matter. Gives you
is
all
no
the-
object.
Onwards to our final flyer, and it is Castlevania.
Woo!
Yes, it was an arcade game at some point. Pretty bad one, I might add. But there's nothing bad about this poster. You are Simon Belmont. You have a whip, and you are here to commit home invasion and kill Dracula himself. Look at that smug dude just laughing at him.
And this is awesome. You gotta love a nice fang for a villain.
You gotta, hey, fangs add so much to your villainy, especially for Dracula. You're Dracula, you need fangs.
Yeah.
How else is he gonna suck that blood? Look at that whip, look at Simon Belmont. He's just ready, willing, and able just to go up in his grill. Literally, those grills.
I'm surprised they didn't have more of the original weapons, the cross.
I don't know, man, I think the whip is good enough. Like it's.
But he never uses a sword.
Well,
what is that about?
I mean, there is that one weapon where he just throws knives at you. Maybe they just kind of enlarged it.
Those are daggers.
Well, Jose, it has been a journey of sorts where we gaze into the neon haze of a bygone era. Artists had to conjure up their imaginations of fairly abstract-looking video games at the time. But, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Big shout-out to FlyersArcadeMuseum.com.
Big shout.
The biggest shout-out. For the artwork of the utmost quality, and for you, the viewer, for sticking this segment out along with us. I'm Michael Vergara.
I'm Jose Oseguera.
And this was Artcade. We're going to throw it over to Brad and Thelma, what they got going on. Don't you dare miss it.
Don't miss it.
Never miss it.
Never
IDTV.
miss it.
All the way.
IDTV.
IDTV.
Today we have a special guest with us, and I'm sure you know them well. Give it up for the city by the bay, San Francisco!
I'm sorry, who?
You know, San Francisco.
Hi! It's great to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, a little cold though.
Seems like you're always cold.
It's just a little foggy overcast.
So what's up with you? Anything interesting happening in life?
Actually, yeah, there's a part of me that really seems to shine that I hold true to my core.
Really? Which part?
The Mission District specifically, Calle 24.
Ooh, what's so special about it?
The amount of culture that's packed into it.
Sounds like an adventure. Up next, we have Calle 24, brought to you by Mary Mendoza.
Welcome to Calle 24 Latino Cultural District.
Also known as 24th Street in the Mission District. Hi, my name is Luna.
My name is Santos.
And we are brother and sister raised in this neighborhood.
In our hometown of San Francisco.
Go Giants!
And now we're at La Reina Panaderia.
If I could describe this place into one word, it would be delicious.
And festive.
I am son of Josefina and Clemente Gutierrez. They are the owners and proprietors of La Reina Bakery. In 1972, we moved to San Francisco to join my mom's oldest sister at Dominguez Bakery on 24th and Alabama. A few years later, we opened up here, 3114 24th Street, and we've been here since 1977. 24th Street, I grew up here, and for me, 24th Street was my backyard. I walk out and I just get popped by all the action going on in the street. But today, I think there's a different vibe. People wanting to come back to reminisce, to get that flavor again.
Home of the Juan R. Fuentes Gallery.
I've been with this organization as executive director almost 5 years, but I've been affiliated with the organization more than 30 years. I keep talking about this as the cultural heart of the mission. It's different than other areas of the mission in that it's unified by a love for art, performing arts, literary arts, visual arts. So you can just spend the whole day kind of walking and seeing fantastic mural art, or experiencing the wonderful food in this neighborhood, and really interacting with people who have lived here for a long time. Because there's such a commitment to the corridor and trying to have it continue to be vibrant, that people make extra effort to work well together. It really is around building community.
And now we're we're in Balmy Alley looking at all the murals.
This mural was made by Josue Rojas.
Hey, isn't that Nancy?
The Mission is the oldest neighborhood in San Francisco. It's vibrant, it's creative, it's beautiful. It's without a doubt one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful, vibrant spaces in San Francisco. I mean, growing up in this neighborhood, I rode my bike around and I saw all this great artwork. The murals I knew I wanted to participate in, and Rashida Eyes gave me my start. So it was the first training that I ever had, those murals. And they said, hey kid, you know, here's a wall and here's a bucket of paint. Show us what you can do. And Galeria de la Raza always inspires me because I would pass by and see the billboards as a kid. And I always wanted to sort of see what was up next or what would come the next month or even participate in that. So it really is kind of a beacon and it really is kind of a voice. That billboard is like a speech bubble for the neighborhood.
Right now, we are at Brava Theater, where me and Luna train with Loco Bloco to look stunning in Carnaval.
Dad, if you could describe a Brava Theater in one word, what would it be?
Classic, community, exciting.
I said one word.
One word.
One word. Brava Theater is where you will see the awesome sold-out shows like the Son Jarocho Festival. You'll find Loco Bloco's production of On the Hill, I Am Alex Nieto. You'll see Son de la Misión. You'll see comedian Marga Gomez selling out shows here. You'll see amazing performances that attract all the artists from the Mission District here, plus from all over the nation. So Brava Theater is one of our crown jewels, our treasures of the neighborhood when it comes to performing arts. This is where the Flores family gets down at Brava Theater.
And now we're back to, hey, what are you doing? We're on the air.
I haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm starving.
3 days? Well, how about some fast food or pizza?
No. I need something good. Why do you think it's been 3 days?
This guy has standards. I respect his commitment.
You get me.
We should talk to Craig.
Craig always knows the best places to eat.
Craig. Save me, Craig.
Coming up, we have Craig Lee, who's going to give us the rundown on the best restaurants in SF.
Is he gonna be okay?
Guess we'll find out after this.
Ever in the mood for a good old-fashioned burger and some Vietnamese pho but can't decide? Well, we've got the place for you. We're right along Ocean Avenue next to City College of San Francisco at a place called the Mayflower. Let's go inside and check it out. This diner is run by a Vietnamese family. It serves up good old American breakfast and lunch and Vietnamese food. And over here, We have a couple of students from City College. One is having a traditional American breakfast and the other a bowl of noodles. And we're here with Michael Zhang, who's been at the Mayflower for 2 years now. Thank you for having us, Michael.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Mayflower?
Oh, the Mayflower restaurant, they have like more than 35 years history.
Nice.
So for my family, take care around 15 years already, yeah.
And how long have you been working here?
Or for me, I'm just part-time for here about 2 years.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what the most popular item is on the menu?
Oh, they have a lot, yeah. Something like French toast, lemongrass chicken, barbecue pork, and pork chop, and a couple Vietnamese food. It's very popular. Yeah.
What's your favorite item?
French toast.
Nice. And how about, do people mix a lot of the Vietnamese food with the American food?
Oh yeah, like a half and half. Yeah. For weekend, they have like a family. They order half for the American food, half for the Vietnamese food. Yeah.
Do you see a lot of a good mix of American and Vietnamese customers?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Do you
yeah.
see a lot of students?
Oh yeah, for the weekday, yeah, we have a lot of students.
Great. Thank you so much for your time, Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Did you get the pork chop with you?
Actually, no. This is a lemon chicken, eggs, and toast.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. That looks great.
How's the chicken?
Oh, delicious. Like, seriously, I usually save the best for last, but I don't know where to start.
Awesome.
Let me know if you need help with those.
What about you?
I have the vegetarian pho. It's really good. It's just the right amount, I think. It is super spicy, thanks to the jalapenos and the yummy chili sauce.
Smells great.
Yeah, it's
very
really great.
aromatic.
Yes.
What about you?
Yeah, over there.
I went with the pork chop, which is really phenomenal. The seasoning on it is great. It's like I thought I'd put ketchup or steak sauce or something with it, but it's really fantastic.
Awesome.
We've got the crinkle cut French fries, classic. It's really great.
If you're ever in the mood for pho, French fries, or pancakes, stop by the Mayflower at 1422 Ocean Avenue in San Francisco.
I'm going to need to see some ID. All right, you're good to go.
We have the Wiley'sCoyotes here with us. The band has been in SF for many years and they've played all over the Bay Area.
Eric Wiley, hi. Thanks for coming in. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us here today. Looking forward to recording some music here.
Awesome. So what kind of music has influenced you over the years?
You know, I like almost all styles of music. I really prefer jazz, funk, reggae, blues, and I think I try to incorporate all that in what I play.
Well, how did you come to fuse jazz and reggae?
Yeah, you know, I've been playing in some reggae bands, and you know, I play the keyboard parts, the horns, and the skank, and a lot of times there's not much room for improvisation. So in my band, I like to open up the song. We basically lay down Bob Marley songs, other reggae songs, and then we solo on top of that. So that's why I call it reggae jazz, because in reggae, there's not much room, again, for the improv, and jazz obviously has lots of improv, so.
Excellent.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I hope you're ready to bring the house down.
Oh yeah, we got it for you.
All right, let's get started.
Sweet. Hey, we're gonna do my song called Ever Learn today, and with me, in the band is Toho Saunders on bass and Kenny Porter on drums. And these guys are some amazing reggae musicians. You'll see them at Reggae on the River. They tour all over the country with amazing reggae bands, and I'm just so lucky to have them playing with me. So here's my tune, Ever Learn. Hope you all like it. Sit high on the mountain, look far across the land. How would it be without man? When will we ever learn? Our country's war for oil cut down the forest with profit instead of sustenance. When will we ever learn? I wonder if those we all have ever been up here. They sit by and watch it all disappear. What I fear, I lay low on the horizon, contemplate my plan. How would it be without man? When will we ever learn? Selfish interests causing everything to disintegrate. Air, water, land polluted now for future space. It's such a disgrace. I try moving across the desert, try to find myself.
For today's show, make sure to check us out on social media where you can watch all the episodes again.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under IDTV Show.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Take care.
Ever learn? Can they go? Some people wander round the world for love, and they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, only you, only you. You make me do for love what I would not do. You make me do for love what I would not do.